Hi Taurus, and welcome to your forecast for 2021. Sorry there was a bit of a pause in between me recording the water signs, but I had a freaking Friday, let me tell you. And I was exhausted by the end of the day. So let's have a look at what 2021 has in store for Taurus. Of course, this is just a snapshot. If you want to go a lot more into detail, you can do that in a private reading, and all the information is on my website. Forecasts are on a special right now. So that being said, let's see what 2021 has in store for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Virgo. What is happening? Okay, are you dealing with a Virgo? Do you have a Virgo on the mind? Let's see. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus for 2021. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you have quite a few majors. So you might be looking at a few changes in 2021. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Wheel, so speaking of changes. The Wheel and the Page of Cups. With the Two of Pentacles. Decisions to be made, okay, in 2021. October might be significant for you. Either as, pay extra attention in October, or something changing in October. You all know, of course, this is general. It's not going to apply to everyone. It's just going to be something that you need like a heads up with. So January, you start off with the Empress. Very nice. Now the Empress can talk about the energy of pregnancy, but it just represents abundance of all kinds. This is also telling you are attracting opportunities right off the bat in January. Okay, this is your energy. It represents Taurus and Libra. Or you might be dealing with a Libra or another Taurus. You do have a few sword cards in here, so communication is very, very important for you in 2021. Nine of Wands in February. The Nine of Wands is an energy of kind of being on the back foot. Okay, it's a little bit of defensive energy. It is being burnt one too many times, and now someone's trying to come back around, and you're thinking, really, I don't know if I can trust you after everything. This is also potentially going to be a very busy month for you. And the message with the Nine of Wands is don't give up. Just keep going. You're almost there. Okay, whatever it is that you're dealing with, and you're feeling like you should just give up and walk away. If it's something that you truly care about, is saying don't give up, keep going. You're almost there. In March, you have the Tower, so another major arcana. Now with the Tower, this can represent moving, just uprooting, moving. It can represent big surprises or big revelations that just take you aback, and you need a minute to figure out how you're going to incorporate or implement or assimilate that information and what you're going to do with it. It can also be that if you are experiencing like arguments or tension in the month of February with that Nine of Wands, in March there may be some sort of a blow up. So it's just something to be mindful of, okay? In April we have the Hermit. So it looks like there's a break happening because you're at the end of your rope with the situation, whether it's love or work or whatever. With the Empress, starting off as the Empress, this says that you have grown, you have evolved, and it's one of them times when your outside is changing to meet your inside, okay, to match your inside. So you've grown, you've evolved, and not everyone gets to go on that trip because not everyone can match your vibration, okay, put simply. So it looks like you are breaking away from one particular person, and it's not easy, or they're having a hard time letting you go. The Hermit in April talks about the energy of Virgo. There it is. So you might be dealing with a Virgo, for better or for worse, but it's a time of isolation. So after this big break or blow up, it's taking a step back and focusing on yourself, okay? It's taking a step back, searching for answers. Maybe you don't want to communicate with this energy. In May, we have the Queen of Pentacles, so that's like the minor arcana version of the Empress. This and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is, again, just focusing on yourself, focusing on what you want to build as opposed to what you want to leave behind. I feel like you are really just done with the situation and you are breaking free from that in the first part of the year, okay? And then starting to just focus on yourself. This is focusing on what you love, focusing on your home, focusing on your health, focusing on your like mind, body, and soul being healthy and in balance, okay? Focusing on your money, working towards your long-term goals, but you are looking to the future. In June, we have the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups in June, there are options being presented to you. I don't know if this is with work or anything else, but there are options presented to you, and the message is some things are going to be very tempting, but they might not be the best thing for you. With the Seven of Cups, there's also the risk of someone trying to sweet talk you, or to try to get back into your good graces. But the Seven of Cups says just be careful. What is presented to you is very tempting. It looks good, but it doesn't really have a base in reality, okay? So in other words, it might just be completely fake or sugar-coated or stuff like that. So be particularly careful in June. With anyone who's telling you what you want to hear, what they think you want to hear, with the options presented to you, always ask questions and get to the bottom line, and get to the facts of things. Don't just take things at face value. In July, we have the Temperance. Now, the Temperance is can represent the energy of Sagittarius, but it talks about making peace, or blending two things together, or bringing two together, okay, two pieces together to make something new and better. It can also represent a time of waiting and having to be patient. And I am seeing this as compromising, as honest conversations between you and another person where it's about meeting in the middle, okay? King of Wands in August. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It might be the same fire sign you're dealing with in February. I feel like this is the person, regardless of their sign, this is the person who's having a hard time letting you go, because you're saying either meet my standards or leave me alone. And they're trying to get away with not meeting the standards, and they can't believe that you're actually going to leave them alone. You know what I mean? It's one of them. Someone who has a bit of a controlling streak, definitely has a bit of an inflated ego, and it's one of them where I don't care. If we are going to break up, it's going to be because I want us to break up, not because you want us to break up. Okay, so it's that kind of a power struggle with this person. It looks like they're trying to come back, and in August they're coming up and presenting themselves as a king. In other words, they're saying, okay, I've grown up, I've bettered myself, I've improved myself, I can do this, you know, I want to do this, and they're putting everything they have forward for you, okay, for you to see and believe it. However, in September, we have the Three of Swords, so it's just talk. That's why you have the Seven of Cups as well. So just be mindful. They are trying to put a good show on, but they're trying to grow, but they just can't, okay, is the message here. And if you let them back in September, they're going to break your heart again. They're going to disappoint you again. They're going to hurt you again. In October, we have Seven of Swords. So back to sneaking around and trying to get away with things, and trying to get away with not doing what they said they would, not keeping their promises, okay, maybe even taking things from you, whether that's just your energy and time or actual things. So just be careful with that. In November, the Six of Pentacles is an energy of balancing things out, of, again, trying to meet in the middle. I feel like they're trying to ask for forgiveness, and it's up to you to decide if you want to forgive them or not. but I feel like with the Four of Swords in December, you're taking pause, you're not speaking to this person, or you're not willing to entertain them anymore, okay? So, for those of you that this makes sense to, that you relate to this person that you've been dealing with, I feel like this is an ongoing thing. It's not going to be anything new. It's an ongoing thing. You've had these conversations before, but you were not ready to let go. Okay, so it just kept going on and on and on and off again, on again type of situation. However, your first card being the Empress, you have grown, you have evolved, you've leveled up, quite simply. And now you're ready that when you say either meet my standards or I'm walking away, you're ready to walk away completely. Okay? And that's what's happening. And they're trying to hold you back, and they're trying to, keep controlling the situation or keep control over you. And it's simply not working. Alright? So this is going to be a year of change and cleansing. What or who does not match your vibration, clearing them out of your life, okay? It's not in a negative, toxic, egotistical type of way of I'm better than you, I'm not going to have you in my life. It's not that. It's a natural, that's why you have the Wheel of Fortune. It's a natural transition. When we change, naturally everything around us changes because of us, because we've changed. So now we want different things, so we're going to have different things in our lives. And maybe we don't get along with people like we used to do, and that's okay. It's not to say it's anyone's fault in particular. It's just that we have outgrown each other. Okay, and it's simply time to move on. You can still, catch up with someone and talk to them at the holidays or whatever, but you don't have to have or try to have that relationship that you once did, because if you're different, the relationship will be different, okay? And that's what I'm seeing here. So whether this is happening with your love or family or work, whatever, the message for you is just know that it's not something that you're doing because you're egotistical. Just know that it's not something that you're doing wrong. Just know that you shouldn't be second-guessing yourself, okay? It's a natural progression, and you just need to stick to your standards. And just be honest with yourself. If this is what you want, this is what you want. Don't second guess yourself. Don't feel like you have to compromise with yourself. That time is over. Okay, so it might be a little rocky, but ultimately this will be your confirmation that you've been looking for so long. That yes, it's how it's supposed to be, and yes, you do deserve more and better, or just different, okay? And yes, you are ready to release and just embrace a new path, okay? So I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope that it helps. Keep checking back with the forecast as the months go by, okay? I find that that's a really good way to get the most out of a forecast, even if it is general. And be sure to watch all your signs, okay? But hope you enjoyed this. Have a great year, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.